Paul. Yes. You know, my license is expired. Yeah. I had seen somebody that got a new used car. Phew. And I've been walking for quite a long time. I mean, well, on Guam, we really didn't have a car. Yes. I had given my Suburban that I had purchased for $25,000. Yeah. To my mother to sell for me, and then when we were living on Guam, she said, well, I'll just keep the difference. And I thought, no, why don't you send us the money? Considering I was supporting a family at that time. Yes, yes, yes. Now, there's always a big question about the used car. Pooch, I'm sure Heidi has had some sort of vehicle for the last 7 years and 2 months. Yes. After she emptied out the bank account and she abducted my sons. Exactly who paid for her vehicles and how did she get her cars? Now, as the man that would like to file these lawsuits, I'm going to need some sort of transportation when my sons reside with me. Yes. Could you get me all the used car dealerships in the United States of America and the rest of the world if they want to know? Yes. I'm not talking new car, okay? I'm just thinking a good family vehicle that I could afford because of the victim's resources that you've been depriving me. Yes, he does. I'm going to need to know the last 30 years of the actual used car dealerships of this nation, their employees. Now, I know Heidi's been able to drive since she abducted my sons. Yes. I thought she had some sort of gold van. I thought I'd seen her driving around at different times. Exactly who paid for that? I haven't really had any assistance. When my grandmother was alive, she lent me some mad money, but then my grandmother died, and I wondered who it was that sold her house and all her personal belongings and her vehicles. I could have used a car over the last, 7 years and 2 months. Yes, he could have. Now, why don't you get me the actual vehicles of those in office and every attorney of the United States and those in law enforcement that said, well, he's not getting my car. Because today I'm feeling like I should renew my license, but I have all that back child support that I owe, as you've been trying to frame me for criminal crimes when there are civil court contempts. And since my sons have been gone, I'm wanting to know all the available used cars and 20 miles down. Yes. Is there anything under a used car dealership that I would want to know about as an individual that would sue every used car dealer in this great nation? And then, give me those. Yes. Now, for some reason you thought I wasn't going to take your personal vehicles. Pooch. Your real property. Pow, pow, pow. I'm thinking I am, and I wanted to set up the nation's largest used car lot. Yes. In the northwest corner of South Dakota. Yes. Now, I know you're a sheriff in whatever county of the United States, and you've been arresting people for contempt of court instead of giving them notice of court hearings because the petitioner said, well, he talked to me, and that's a verbal assault. Oh! It looks like sheriffs and police officers just don't know how these fucking things work, and you excuse yourself as if it was the judge's fault. You don't really realize these temporary court hearings that have been costing the nation what could be billions upon billions of dollars, where you run around all day in your patrol car looking to serve somebody and you can't find them, when all it was making sure they have notice of permanent court hearings when they want to renew the permanent court protection order. When I look at the nation's law enforcement, every police department and every sheriff, exactly how much wasted time has been spent on temporary protection orders when they were not needed. Yes. Yes. And then for every spouse that decided to motion for a default dissolution of marriage when the spouse actually did respond within the time allowed. I'm saying that I'm going to sue every fucking police department, every sheriff's department, and all of you in uniform that think that, well, we have to do it this way instead of understanding what the law says. Now, today I'm a little upset that I'm going to a cell hearing next week, and you're going to involuntarily admit me to a mental facility where a psychiatrist is going to administer antipsychotic or is it psychotropic medication against my will. And if you don't do what they say, the crisis responder is going to do her own evaluation and make fucking sure that I never get my sons. Now, considering all of the professional persons that do the mental health evaluations, pooch, I'd like to know how many of these criminal proceedings were actually civil court contempt calendars. And how many of these restoration laws have been used to... Ooh! Now, it could be a multi-billion-dollar day. Now, for every city that said, well, we need more police, pooch, how much time has been wasted on temporary protection orders? Yes. Modifying protection orders? Yes. And then issuing... Ooh, and then I know we need more judges, do we? Because your calendar's full. I'm really not very happy today. I did want to sleep in a bed, and it's been about 4 or 5 days since I've been able to shower, and I got like $1.40 in my pocket, and I'm almost out of tobacco. Yes. And I've got some very pressing issues where I'm going to make absolutely fucking sure that if every police officer doesn't understand, oh, did they have a permanent protection order already issued? Yes. We can't find them when it's a temporary ex parte. It violates my civil rights protection. Now, for the wastefulness of every city, pooch, every county, oh, all tribal governments, remember that Indian Bill of Rights? I'm a white man, pooch. And for every fucking state that didn't, could be a multi-hundred-billion-dollar day, pooch. Now, get me the used cars, and I'd like to know how Heidi got hers. Yes. And I'd like to get myself a used car today.